YouTube, this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews, and today I'm reviewing Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy, Siege, Voyager class, Megatron, and I'm going to tell you right off the bat, this is a cool figure. He does have faults, but I really like this chunky Megatron. So let's first take a look at packaging here. It does come in this new design with the window box, the nice piece of artwork. Bring this up just a little bit. Nice piece of artwork here of Megatron stepping on something or somebody. It does say Voyager class here. On the back you have your product imaging of Megatron using the Battle Masters. They have the little blast effects that come with them, different alt modes for you to do the cannon with if you want, him in his tank mode, the Battle Masters that are featured here, and let's see, different warnings and stuff like that on the bottom, manufacturing stuff in a bunch of different languages. This is the Siege for, War for Cybertron Siege artwork, which is the arc and a bunch of other different things. We have our Seekers up here, like if you could kind of see what's coming up. We have Seekers, we have Megatron fighting Prime. They've already shown pictures of the upcoming Starscream and Soundwave, and they look really good. He also, let's get this out of the way, he also comes with instructions, because we need instructions. He has a very interesting thing, is the back of the box, 17 steps for transformation, which is kind of nice. They're getting back to a more complicated transformation, it seems, which is cool. But I like this guy. I like this guy quite a bit. Sorry, just touched my camera there. I like this guy quite a bit. I think he looks fantastic. I like what they've done with him. He does have a very nice G1-esque looking or look to him. And although he transforms into a tank, not a gun, still really cool. He does come with two accessories. We'll take this off. This one really plugs into his arm really well, which is great. He comes with this sword cannon thing, sword like this, and then this will open up for transformation and become part of the tank cannon, and also acts as the where you can take this piece here and like that, like this, and then you can plug, I believe it's this, no, this one here. Oh, actually, it's like, take that off, and you can plug, if you want to have that in his bag, you could do that. I'm not exactly sure. The way they have it set up is, oh, it's supposed to be this way, but the thing is nothing ever fits the way it's supposed to, like, because if you bring it all the way back, like the back of the box shows it like this, which is kind of that G2 Megatron where he had the big tank turret on his shoulder. I don't know, not my thing. He'll never be displayed like that for me. And they don't really show that how to do that in the instructions. Just quickly look here, because now I am curious. So it does show how to do this particle beam launcher. So he can have one big massive gun. Forgot you can do that. And then you can have him holding this like so. If you want to have him to have some big gun thing, you can do that with it. The other thing is, I don't think they show the shoulder cannon process. And yeah, they don't. It's just on the back of the box as a gimmick. They don't even show it. He does have his ion cannon, or fusion cannon, which is awesome. I really do like the way this looks. It's very G1-esque, very nicely done. It's not hollow or anything. It looks like they could have planned out for a missile or even a light up feature for later if they wanted to, but really nice. Put that off to the side. And for his robot mode, so his head is on, it's on a ball joint, but it doesn't rotate all the way around because there's flashing and stuff and just the mold. And the way the ball joint works is his head doesn't even rotate up that way. It's almost like this is a well, there's a little pin or a little piece of plastic there, so it blocks his head from looking up and limits the turn. So it's really, it's on a ball peg. It should have just been on a mushroom joint, but he can look left and right. He can look up a little bit. He can look down a little bit. If you push in his neck, he can look really far down. Bring up his neck, he can look really far up. Get a head sculpt really quick because it's a nice head sculpt. Looks really good. Eyes are painted a really dark red, really nice. I was about to get into all the transformation stuff without looking at just my lighting here so we can get a better look. That's much better. I do apologize for that. Better look at everything, all the paint details, the scuff marks, the nice G1 references into his abdomen and chest, even his crotch plate. This the way his legs look, very G1-esque, cartoon-esque, and I like it. I like all the scrapings and stuff that they did, a little extra paint. I wish they would have done it on the thighs and even on the ab section, just because it's here and then stop. Like nothing happened here. Like this was all shielded from whatever muck and grime and scratches he was receiving during his battles. So to continue on with his articulation, arms 360, they are on a, it's like a universal, there's mushroom with the universal joint here. So he can extend out, he can bring his arm all the way up. That's as far as it will go. It's not like this, it's just the way the joint is. Again, 360. He does have a bicep swivel, and he can just 90 degrees. Fist is on a swivel, but that's part of transformation. But no other articulation. Like Prime had the wrist swivel, which I thought was very helpful. He does have a, he can go 360 on the abs. You do have to lift up the backpack a little bit to do that, but he does have a really good waist swivel. He can extend out, can come forward, can come back, and he does have upper thigh swivel. Knees go to 90 degrees. Now, this is kind of interesting because this snaps into place. This doesn't transform. This isn't part of transformation or anything, but it snaps into place, and he does have nice ankle tilt. He can bring his foot down a little bit, but you have to bring in the heel spur. Heel spur moves, but yeah, you can't do anything else other than that. So for size comparison, before I give you the size comparison, I do want to measure this guy. I'm going to try to start measuring these figures as they come out. He is just at, sorry there, I know it's hard to see because it's a very scratched up metal. He is at 6 3/4 of an inch. Now, deluxe class figures are, for an example, here is deluxe class Fall of Cybertron Megatron. This happens to be my favorite deluxe Megatron. Like, just an awesome figure. Here they are together. He is at 5 3/4 inches. So that's how they scale together. Get him out of the way. Here he is with Wavemate Sideswipe. I have not picked up the Duocon. I haven't picked him up yet. Can't remember his name. It'll come to me later. He is just 5 3/4. No, that's not 5 3/4. Excuse me. It's 5 1/4. So he's a ½ inch shorter than the Deluxe Megatron just brought out. Here he is with Titan's Return Trigger Happy. And Trigger Happy himself is 5 1/2 inches. So there's a little bit. And here he is with one of the Micromasters from the aerial patrol, or the Night Strike Patrol, excuse me. Really cool little figure. I like these guys. I really do. So, all right. Now for transformation. His transformation is actually not bad at all. It's once you have it done, you kind of know what you're doing. So I'm going to straighten out the arms. I'm going to fold in the fists like so. We're going to come back here and we're going to bring, see, look, I'm already messing it up. You're going to come up here and you're going to bring this entire assembly up like so. Actually bring his head up, bring this entire assembly up and like this. Unpeg, there's two pegs here, here, and out, like so. And we're going to bring this piece down. Now there are these tabs right here on both sides, and there's this slot right here. So you're just going to bring this in and just kind of fold this under like so. And there we have that. You're going to bring the arms back like so, and you're going to bring this all the way here. Now you're going to take the cannon, the fusion cannon you should just have in his hand. You're going to, once it's in the hand, you're going to rotate it to where the open-ended barrel is pointing forward. You're going to bring these pieces here are just going to swivel up. This one's loose on mine for some reason. And then you're going to tab that all together like so. And you're going to slide this piece back in. You're going to, well, first you're going to straighten it out. You want this flat and flush. And then this is going to slide in on itself. Make sure you kind of keep Megatron's head out like so. One of the things I've never understood is how Megatron, mostly for all of his figures that they've come out with, he always has, most of the time, not always, good majority of the time, he has visible head syndrome. So always see his eyes peering from somewhere. So that is the front of the tank. That's how that should look. Now we're going to come down to the legs. You're going to bring this piece up like so, and this piece up like so. You're going to rotate. Hold it, no, not going to rotate. Bring out here, and then you're going to, on this hinge, this little hinge here, you're going to, it's a little tough, little tight joint. You're going to bring those in like so, and then you're going to collapse the leg all the way down so it looks like this, and then bring this piece to fill in that, cover that. I forgot one thing. I forgot to rotate. Bring this back out. Sorry, I did this. I forgot to do that. So, rotate that waist. And then there is a tab here in the top of his hip. See that right there? And then there's a slot here. Bring this in, collapse it into itself. And then we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to bring this piece like so. Now this is going to rotate on you. Just kind of want to make sure that it looks all flush and clean. And then just bring this in, and then that'll tab in there again. You're going to take the feet and you're going to collapse the feet like so, and then you extend this down, bring this back down here. See this piece, mine's really loose, so it wants to keep sliding in on me. Now this one wants to do it, and that one's not loose. So, my assembly came undone up top. There we go. Okay, so everything's in, locked into place, like so. And then you're going to rotate the cannon. Oh, no, rotate the cannon this way. Now these pieces need to stay up. And again, mine keeps wanting to fall down. So you're going to take the blaster, or the sword, blaster, gun sword here. If you're a Final Fantasy VII fan, or not Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, you'll know what a gun sword is. A fan, you're going to know what a gun sword. You're going to flip this, rotate this piece around, bring this up out of the way, and there's clearance enough where this is going to stick here, and then this peg, or this post is going to go into this port here, and now you have your Megatron in his tank mode. And I think it's a very nice looking tank mode. Not bad at all. He does roll. He has nice wheels down here that aren't hindered at all, which is kind of nice. Well, not kind of nice. It is very nice. I want to make sure everything's flat. His turret rotates, which is nice. Does not lift up or anything, but it's nicely done. I think the tank for a Cybertronian tank is really, really cool. I like what they did here because it's different than other tanks we've received. It's a little modern, but not, it's a Cybertronian look, but it still looks like a tank. You know what it is when you're looking at it. And the aesthetic is very pleasing to the eye. So if you do have them displayed in tank mode, it's not a bad tank mode to have them displayed in. So let me bring in for comparison. I do apologize. There's going to be a hiccup right here. I guess what I'm saying is I'm disappointed that the leader size figures are 50. The Prime, the Ultra Magnus main body is a Voyager class Optimus Prime that you add a little armor and he becomes a little taller to become Ultra Magnus with his armored self up. Shockwave is smaller. He looks smaller to me than Megatron, but then you add all this other stuff to him and he's supposed to be a leader class. I get the gimmick they're going for. It's a nice gimmick, but why don't they just do add-on armor pieces and make Voyager classes, leader classes be bigger than the Voyager class? I don't get it. It's just my opinion. $50 is a lot to drop for Shockwave and Ultra Magnus, in my opinion. This guy was $30. I had some discounts that I was able to apply to get him at a lower price, but at $30, I don't know if I could justify Prime and Megatron at $30 either, because they're Voyager class figures. Voyagers were 25. They used to be 19. Now they're 25, or they went to 25 for a few years. Now we're at 30. And I get it. Prices go up. We're asking for more detail, more plastic, more everything. And the joints are tight. Everything feels good on him. It's not like he's a loose figure or anything. It's just kind of odd for me. It's just my observation, my little rant about it. But for that, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. This has been my review of Transformers, the War for Cybertron Siege, Megatron, and I think he's worth it. I do, if you don't mind paying the price tag, if you want a good Megatron in your line, you don't have a good one in your lineup, he's a good figure to get. And yeah, so that's my opinion. I'll stick with it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave those below. And if there is and if you haven't done so, please hit that like button and the subscribe button. The likes help me get into a higher rotation online, and then the subscribers, hey, it's just nice to have people follow and see what you're doing. And again, please feel free to comment. If there's anything that you would like me to review or see a different review of, please let me know. I'll gladly do that, and or I'll see what I can do to get that done, and we'll go from there. So you all have yourselves a fantastic day. If you're in areas where it's raining and it's cold, please stay warm, stay bundled up, feel better. If you're in the heat and it's nice and sunny and beautiful outside, well, enjoy that too. I am jealous. So thank you so much all. Have a great day, and thank you so much for watching. This has been Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews. Have a good one. Bye. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. Okay, so for comparison, let's see here. We have... Let's go ahead and start with his Wavemate side swipe. Deluxe class here. See how they look together. Yeah. Of course, Megatron is Voyager. He should be bigger, and he's a tank. This is a car, so that was good. Here he is with Titan's Return. Trigger happy. Idea there. Here he is with his Micromasters. With the I can't remember his name right now. I apologize. I'll remember it later. I know I will. It'll come to me. but there we go. And here he is with War for Cybertron, or Fall of Cybertron, Megatron in his tank mode. Now, as Cybertronian tank modes go, this wants to come untapped again. I like this one more. It's a lot smaller, and it is a deluxe class as opposed to a Voyager class. So I just like the look, but I will tell you right now that this Megatron has, I mean, for Hasbro shortening up the Voyager figures, this tank mode is a good size. I think it's a really nice size for Megatron. For a Voyager. I like Megatron as the Voyager. I'm glad he's not a triple changer anymore, which I thought was a really lazy gimmick on to behalf of Hasbro for the what were those? Those were Titans. Yeah, those were the Titans Return line. Like, I really like the way this tank came out. I just like all the aesthetics, the different paints on it, the nice silver, just the red details on the side. He looks like a tank, and if he crash lands on Earth and everything, and if he kept this mode, he would look like a prototype tank from, you know, that's just going to destroy everything. He looks really nice in his tank mode, and in his bot mode, I'm really impressed. My only thing is the same thing. I think I addressed it in the Optimus Prime video that I've done. I'm really disappointed that the figures are getting smaller. Deluxe class, Voyager class. The leader classes are $50.